Hi guys, it's Hani here. Welcome to Haniela's. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful and delicious meringue layer cake. This cake is filled with cranberry orange cream filling, absolutely delicious, and the design is inspired by a knitted trend that I've been seeing everywhere these days, especially on Instagram. I've been seeing knitted cakes, knitted cookies. I even saw a knitted gingerbread house. How fun is that? So today I'm going to show you how to make a knitted meringue sweater cake. Let's get started. First, I'm going to trace the outlines of my sweater onto the parchment. I'm going to need 4 meringue layers, so I need 2 sheets of parchment. Then we can flip it over so the ink section is facing down. It's not gonna get transferred onto the meringues. Into a bowl, add egg whites, granulated sugar, and lemon juice. I'm going to heat this mixture over a pot with simmering water until all of the sugar is dissolved. It's super important that sugar is dissolved so you don't end up having beads on your baked meringues. You can test it by rubbing the mixture between your fingers. If there is no more graininess, it's time to take it off and start beating it on medium speed, and then gradually increase to medium-high. Avoid using the highest speed setting on your mixer because beating meringue at high speed can result in cracked baked meringues. I'm gonna flavor my meringue with vanilla extract, and I'm also going to beat in a little bit of cornstarch. You can find a full recipe and lots of tips and tricks and troubleshooting meringue on my blog. A link is in the description box under the video. So now that we have a stiff peak formed, we are ready to add food coloring. I'm adding electric pink, just a touch, so we have this beautiful pastel pink color. It's perfect for my knitted sweater. I love pink. And to pipe today, we're gonna be using a star tip. So you're gonna fit your piping bag with a star tip and then spoon stiff meringue into the piping bag. Push the meringue all the way down. At this point you should also have your oven preheated. I like to bake my meringue at 175 degrees of Fahrenheit. That's the lowest setting that my oven goes to. Secure your parchment onto the baking sheet. And now we are ready to make the sweater. So first I'm going to make a border, and then I'm going to fill the center with the meringue. As I mentioned before, we're gonna make 4 meringue cake layers. 3 of those are gonna be simple, and then the last one, 4th layer, is going to have a knitted pattern on the top. You can prepare your meringues ahead of time. Store the meringue cookies or meringue cake layers in an airtight container with either food grade silica gel packets, or I like to use raw rice. It helps to control or absorb some moisture so our meringues are not gonna get soggy or sticky. So now we're gonna do that knitted pattern on the top. So the bottom is done. Now we can do a zigzag line at the neck area, and then I'm going to start with a line in the center like so, and then I'm going to add one more line on each side to fill that space. And to make it a little more interesting, I'm going to swap my piping tips. And now I'm using a small round piping tip. You can use a number 3 or 4. Pipe straight lines across. And then we're going to add some dots. And lastly, I'm just going to decorate bottom and the top with some white nonpareils, and then it's off to the oven for about 4 hours, and then I'm going to turn off the oven and let the oven cool. Once it's cooled, we can take out our baked meringues, and you're just gonna simply peel off the parchment. Isn't that beautiful? It looks just like a real sweater, doesn't it? And if your meringue layer breaks, don't worry about it. It's just a meringue. I'm still gonna use it. Layer it into a large container between pieces of parchment. Don't forget to add that rice. You can make these up to 4 days ahead. To prepare filling, I'm using cranberries. You can use fresh or frozen, granulated sugar, and water. I'm going to cook cranberries until they start to pop, and mixture will become thicker and cranberries will be soft. Now we're going to process it until smooth. And now I'm going to strain it for a fine mesh sieve to get rid of all the seeds. Cranberries have lots of pectin. So what that means for cranberry sauce is that you don't have to add any thickening agent to it. It will thicken on its own as it cools. And you can prepare your cranberry sauce or cranberry puree ahead of time, store it in the refrigerator. I'm going to chill it overnight and see what happened. It thickened up. Next filling that we need is orange zest. I'm going to beat my heavy whipping cream until I have soft peaks formed, and then gradually I'm going to add powdered sugar and vanilla extract and orange zest. Then I'm going to beat whipping cream until I have stiff peaks formed, but be sure that you don't overbeat, because whipping cream can become grainy after it's overworked, and then it's not as smooth and luscious. Now take about a cup of whipped cream and then beat in broken up cranberry sauce. Don't add the cranberry sauce in chunks. Use a whisk or a fork to break it up a little bit. I'm going to quickly fold it into my remaining whipped cream, like so, leaving streaks in the mixture. It's so pretty. And to fill my cake, I'm using a piping bag fitted with a large star tip. Isn't that beautiful? I think it turned out so pretty. It looks like a real sweater. To cut through the meringue cake layers, I like to use a serrated knife. And now let's dig in. It's so delicious. I absolutely love how this turned out. The flavors are fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified about my new uploads. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.